All right, hello everyone. This is the first SIGPwny meeting of the year. Just to gauge real quick, raise your hand if you were on SIGPwny last year. All right, good to see some people coming back. And raise your hand if you went to fall CTF last year. Nice, it's a lot of you. And then raise your hand if you're a freshman and this is your first time to UAC. Yeah. It's down.
Right, and this should be working.
All right. So this is what we're going to talk about today. What is SIGPwny? How to join? Who is SIGPwny? A little bit from Reese's, some ground rules, and then what we do. Let's start. It's older. What? Oh, there we go. I'm seeing. What is SIGPwny? And why were we yelling at you about Quad Day? Yeah, raise your hand if you are here from Quad Day. All right, a lot of you will be doing Quad Day. All right, SIGPwny. The SIG stands for Special Interest Group. If you know about ACM on campus, you'll know we're not the only SIG, there's a bunch. And that's where we get the first three letters SIG. Then pwn, if you've ever seen hacking, like OGET, pwn, vol, or it just means to hack. Then the Y for historical reasons, and also because if you've seen our logo, it's a pony. So SIGPwny, get a pony. All right. So we're the Computer Security and Hacking Club at UIUC. There's others, but we're the largest. And we're under ACM. It's kind of confusing, especially if you know about ACM. ACM runs their own things, and they're also the parent organization for all these different SIGs, like SIG Data, if you've heard, is the AI SIG, and then Sigma is the math SIG, or SIGPwny, not the pony SIG, but the hacking SIG, the computer security SIG. And we're the largest SIG under ACM, so we're the coolest one, the best one, but there's many. So if you come to open house on Tuesday, you'll see us there and some other ones too. All right, raise your hand if you're in the Discord already. It should be most of you. If you're not, scan the QR code right now. Pretty much all of our communication will happen over Discord. So if you're not in the Discord, you'll miss everything. But it seems like everyone's okay. And go to this link, sigpwny.com/auth to get the UIUC role. That's often what we're going to be pinging for future meetings. Is this one right here, the UIUC role. So make sure you fill out the auth form. All right, who is SIGPwny? And if you have your computer open or your laptop open, you can go to sigpwny.com/about, and you'll get to see all of our names and faces. But I'll preview them right here. If you're an admin, could you come down real quick? Just to show your face. Emma, come here. All admins say hi.
Wow.
Hello. Hey guys. All right, so make sure you're all paying attention throughout this slideshow. I'm going to give some hints on how SIGPwny gives leadership positions. I know new people are often interested in that. One of the best things you can do early on is learn all of the current leaders' names. So on that website I told you about, sigpwny.com/about, it has most of our faces and names. So you should be able to learn them pretty quickly like that. Helpers, can helpers get down here? Oh, helpers ready. Yeah, all right, helpers wait. But you can learn all their names online. Hopefully, if you come down here after the presentation, you can talk to all of us, learn a little bit more about each person.
We don't bite. We're all here to help you, by the way.
All right, Reese's.
Thank you very much.
You guys think good
The whole time.
Yeah, give him a mic. I should just sit over.
Hi everyone, I'm Kashfi and I'm a tech lead at VCs, the Women in Cybersecurity. I'm Allie, I'm also a tech lead at VCs. And we're here today to talk about WCs a bit more. So WCs is the Women in Cybersecurity chapter at the University of Illinois. You don't have to be a woman to join. We're very beginner friendly. So we host a lot of tech workshops, kind of similar to SIGPwny. And you can definitely be in both SIGPwny and Women in Cybersecurity. I know I plan on coming here a lot more this semester. So we're very beginner friendly. We do a lot of tech workshops and at our workshops. We always try to give you guys some like hands-on experience. We always try to have you guys like code along with us or use a tool with us. So over the semester, we'll go into like cloud security, IoT security, data security, like all the different like areas of cybersecurity, basically whatever you guys want to see from us. So our first meeting is next Thursday, September 11th. Thursday, 7 to 8 p.m. in Engineering Hall. We'll have room info for you guys soon. And if you could go to the next slide. Thank you. So you can scan our link tree, and that contains the links to our Discord and our Instagram, which is primarily how we give out information. That's pretty much it. Okay. So we also have Capital One as our corporate sponsor for this semester. So we host some events with them to some resume reviews. And we're a much smaller club than SIGPwny, so you'll definitely get a chance to interact with the recruiters in a more intimate setting. So we hope to see you guys there. And yeah.
Can we get a round of applause for Women in Cybersecurity? All right, now the less fun part, we gotta talk about rules, because we're a hacking club, but we can't just hack anyone at any time whenever you feel like it, because that is illegal. So just some SIGPwny general rules. I think these are for any club on campus. You should be doing this anywhere on campus anyways, but of course be respectful, be inclusive, don't do anything illegal, and we'll tell you what that means. Don't cheat. This is important because we have some of our own competitions going on, and do not cheat at them. You'll get disqualified. It will hurt your standing in the club and others. No, not safe for work content, of course. Don't spam in the Discord. Use common sense. I think all of these should be common sense for a student organization. And you can read more if you're curious at sigpwny.com/rules. So what you will do in this club is you'll learn how to think with an adversarial mindset. So how to attack a piece of software, not just build it. You'll explore the different subcategories of security. There's many, and you'll get your chance to specialize in one and generalize in all of them. You get to develop some practical security skills. Again, you're going to be hacking pieces of software that we build for you, or that other teams build for you. So you'll get some chance of actually attacking real software. And then you'll find a community of friends and colleagues. I think some of my best friends on campus come from SIGPwny, and just when you're around people for so long, you get to meet people. So yeah, say hi to the person on your left and on your right real quick. Okay. And come talk to us after the meeting. A lot of the helpers are over here on the right side, so I recommend flagging one of them down, asking them how they join this money. What you will not do is learn how to hack your friends' Instagram accounts. That's not what we're not even really gonna teach you how that's done in general. And you definitely shouldn't do it even if you did know how. Or if it's even possible. Yeah, you'll not become a elite hacksaw, or like I don't know what you do in your free time, but yeah, you will not break into computers without explicit permission. This is the most important one. Especially when you get good, there'll be the temptation to hack groups that you're not actually given permission to hack. Never do that, it's illegal. Yeah, explicit permission first and get specific scope on what you're allowed to touch, what you're not allowed to touch. For all of the software that we provide, you're allowed to hack the parts of it that we tell you to hack, and we'll be very clear about what is a target and what isn't. So we have a platform and then challenges. Don't hack the platform, hack the challenges. And you'll see more about that later. And you will not learn how to hack overnight. Hacking and security in general is really difficult. It takes years and years and years to become proficient. And it takes years and years and years to become good. And then years and years and years to become really good. And you won't be able to learn everything, and you won't be able to learn super duper quickly. But SIGPwny goes years and years and years. You can spend all your years at SIGPwny learning continuously. That's what I'm doing. Yeah, the don't get arrested slide. Yeah, there is a law called the Computer Fraud and Abuse Act, which means attacking protected computers is illegal. And we'll have a different meeting on what protected means, but just generally the rule of thumb is don't hack any computer you don't have permission for. And if you do that, then you'll be fine. Yeah, don't do it. All right. I want everyone to scan this QR code right now on their phones. And you can start filling it out, but do not submit until the end of this presentation. This QR code will show up again, and at that time, you'll know that you're ready to submit. But some of the questions will be explained more thoroughly as we go through the slideshow. Oh, yeah, my bad. I'll give you a minute.
It's meetings versus.
Okay, we'll let you run and comment. All right, this is gonna, the QR code will be shown again, so if you haven't done it yet, go get it later. What does SIGPwny do? You can like break it into 3 main parts. We'll learn, or we'll teach, and you'll learn. You'll do competitions, and then we do some software projects that you can call build. So more thoroughly. We have meetings. You're in the first one, the introductory meeting. We run many meetings throughout the semester. And we have Pwny CTF, that's our internal competition, which I'll explain more later. Then you have our CTF team. That's the thing I'm probably most involved with. So if you're interested in doing CTFs, if you already know what that means, talk to me after this. Then we have Purple team, who will have the head of Purple team explain better, and embedded team, who that's coming up next too. As you can see, like we do many competitions to the point where we have to break it into separate sub teams for each competition type. And then finally, we have 2 other types of competitions that we run ourselves. Like the CTF team is referring to competitions that we participate in as competitors. UIU CTF and Fall CTF are competitions that we run. So we're the actual event organizers. If you're a freshman, hopefully you'll be coming to Fall CTF. And then if you're a sophomore as your second year on SIGPwny, hopefully you'll be helping us build it, but more to come. This is our general meeting schedule. So you already made it to one of them, Sundays in this building from 5 to 6 p.m. And then the other one we'll run, we didn't run on last Thursday, but this Thursday we're gonna have a meeting from 6 to 7 in the DCL 1310 generally. And it's from 6 to 7. And you can find all of our meetings here. We'll give you a QR code to get it on your calendar too. Yep.
And so we also have a calendar on the website that you can find all our meetings listed on. So if you go to sigpwny.com/meetings, basically we put everything on the site. So that includes all the general meetings, all the different sub-team meetings that we have. And if you want, you can also view those meetings on the calendar. I spent a long time developing the system, so that way it shows up nicely on calendars. So we have different formats for Google Calendar, Apple Calendar. Be sure to go to the website and you can click subscribe to calendar. That'll let you add the meetings that you want to add. Yeah.
Oh, oops. My iPhone. All right. So I think what's interesting about cybersecurity is that you have to know a lot of different things. So for instance, if you want to get really good at web security, then you kind of have to know how to build websites, or at least how websites are built. You want to get into cryptography, like messaging systems often use cryptography. So if you want to attack a messaging system, you're gonna have to learn cryptography, and it goes both ways. And then same with video games. There's binary implication reverse engineering. So if you're building a video game and you don't want it to have really like bad cheat engines available, then you have to protect yourself against things. And then going the other way, if you want to build a cheating engine, you have to learn binary exploitation reverse engineering. Yeah, as I'm saying, there's like many different subgroups of computer security. And we're not gonna make you an expert in any particular field, at least in our general meetings. Because if we did this, everyone would just be learning cryptography and nothing else. I mean, not everyone's interested in just learning cryptography. So instead, our goal is that we're gonna run meetings on a variety of different computer security topics. And then the ones that you get interested in will give you opportunities to excel in those areas. But yeah, so our goal is that if you learn a little bit of everything, you'll be able to pick and like, oh, I really want to learn more about web hacking. Maybe you're a web developer like I was. And then you're like, okay, I can get into web hacking with Pony CTF. The same goes for all the other categories of computer security. So this is our general philosophy. Okay. What is a capture the flag competition? I talked about a lot of these. I said like Pony CTF, Ball CTF, UIU CTF, all these CTFs. What's a CTF? CTF is a cybersecurity competition, kind of an interesting type of competition. We call it Jeopardy style because there's many different challenges available, and completing one challenge will get you some number of points. Generally, it's weighted by the number of other teams that solve a challenge. So let's say there's like 500 teams at a competition, 300 of them solve this web hacking challenge. Then you're gonna get some number of less points. Like some less number of points because 300 teams hacked it. Only one team did it. It was insecure program, then you're gonna get the most points because the least number of teams did it. I'll explain that well enough. But yeah, it's just you'll be given access to a CTF platform, which is usually just a website that will host many different challenges. And once you complete a challenge, you get points for it.
Yep, and the reason we play these CTFs is because that's one of the best ways to actually practice hacking. Because when you do the CTF, the organizers give you explicit permission to try to hack into those systems. So while you won't be able to like maybe just get started in terms of like just hacking like some other people's computers, and you're not allowed to do that.
Yeah.
The point of capture the flag competitions is to sort of bite-sized challenges. And they sort of help you build those skills technically, so that when you do go to real world and maybe you're doing a career in cybersecurity, you can carry out attacks sort of end to end. Or if you're building, if you're a software developer, you'll learn how to use different tools to analyze security of software. So CTF is like one of the best way to get hands-on experience. It's why we emphasize CTF a lot. And so the point of our meetings is that we're not going to, sit here, lecture you 24/7 and then bore you. Most of our meetings will come with CTF challenges. So if you go to the next slide, we have our own internal 24/7 CTF. So this is sort of for the club. It's also open to the public, but we have a separate UIC leaderboard. And if you go to this link, you can sign up. We don't have any challenges like highlighted right now, but you can see all the previous challenges, maybe a sneak peek of what's coming in the future. But the idea is that on this platform, we give you access to some servers, which we give you explicit permission that you're allowed to hack. And we kind of walk you through how to solve those challenges if you need help as well. So yeah, be sure to sign up and check it out whenever you have a chance.
Yeah, and I think some of you already took a look at this website. I saw some people solving challenges. But yeah, I recommend doing this. CTF team. So what we talked about right now, that Pony CTF is our internal CTF. As it turns out, other CTF teams run CTFs for other CTF teams to participate in. So we run one, it's called UIU CTF. Other schools like Purdue, UCLA, USC, is pretty much every major university will run CTF. And some non-university teams also run them. And all CTF teams get tracked on a ranking called CTF time. We've done historically pretty well. Hopefully this year we'll do even better than we've done any year in the past. But yeah, historically we're a good CTF team. We hope to ramp up every year. Our CTF team has there's no registration process, just join the Discord like anything else. And then you can do this /CTFs opt-in command if you're authenticated to get pinged for whenever we run CTFs. But there's no application process. Everyone's allowed to join because generally CTFs are unlimited team size. So you could have 10 people, 100 people, as many as you want competing in that competition. And CTFs will often have food. I saw someone asking in the Discord, is there gonna be food today? No food today, but whenever we're in the CTF, there will be food. So I recommend coming just for that. Also, they're pretty fun. I think that was probably the most fun I had on this team my freshman year, was just doing the CTFs.
Okay, hello, I actually didn't introduce myself yet, I'm Min, so I was the president of SIGPwny last year, but Cameron's now the president. This year I'll be running the embedded team, and along with some of the other admins and helpers here. Basically what we do in embedded team is we look specifically at security of hardware and security of embedded systems. So the main thing is that you learn how to design building secure systems and how to communicate with other devices. Because of like the challenges of where these embedded systems may be. Like you can have a system as a weather sensor, a system sort of out in the middle of nowhere. And it's very important that you maintain the security of those devices because they might not get as easily updated. And the other big thing that we do is we do attacks against embedded systems. So one very cool part about embedded security is that you can just buy a device, you own that device, and you can just try to find vulnerabilities in it. What's cool about that is that it's also very easy to measure the impact because you can there's resources that let you see how many of these devices are running on the internet. And so if you find a vulnerability in one of these systems, right, like a 0-day, you can make some money by reporting it to a vendor if they have a disclosure program, or sell it to the government. But the things that you'll learn in embedded team, we focus a lot on, again, embedded hardware. So you'll learn a lot of assembly. We do embedded C as sort of an intro. And then in the spring semester, we'll be working a lot more with Rust. And then our main sort of competition that we do is called MITRE eCTF, which is embedded CTF. This is a very fun competition because it runs for 3 months, so almost the entire semester. And the idea is that the first month is sort of this design phase where you design a secure system with some functional requirements. So last year we had to design a secure satellite TV system. In previous years we've done a car and a key fob, and also a medical device / insulin pump. So you learn you build a system, and then we basically give our design to other schools. Other schools give us their designs, and then we try to hack each other. And because these are running on physical like microcontrollers, anything is in place. So you can do hardware attacks as well. This fall semester, we're going to be holding weekly meetings on Mondays to try to teach you these topics in preparation for eCTF. And they're just sort of cool. If you're in ECE, this is a great opportunity to learn about the security side of things. There aren't that many courses here at UAC which teach the topic. So yeah, join the embedded team. Our first meeting will be not tomorrow, but the Monday after. And you can find it on our website as well.
Hey y'all, I'm Ronan. I run the red side of the purple team. Michael runs blue side. You're going to meet him later. He's up in DC right now. So purple team is a sort of advanced team. So SIGPwny General is going to teach you the fundamentals of how do you go after these sort of single targets, right? How do you like do cryptography, break codes, get into software? Purple Team is really about realistic attack and defense of the enterprise, right? So how do you go in and attack whole-scale systems like Active Directory networks, think like companies and government organizations and stuff like that. On the red side, how do we emulate what top-tier folks are doing, think like foreign intelligence agencies. And then on the blue side, how do we learn what they're doing and build defense, defend against that? And then as the red side, right, we'll take those defenses and learn, can we go a step further and operate covertly against these well-defended organizations? So there's a little bit of prerequisite knowledge expected, just like, you know, you should know how OSs work, at least a little bit. You should know like the OSI model, but you know, if you have about that much background knowledge, you'll be good to go to hop in. So it's called Purple Team, again, because we're bringing offense red and defense blue together and teaching them pretty much in terms of how they intersect. And then we also do a very different sort of competition. So you'll do Jeopardy style CTFs for like SIGPwny General. We mostly focus on network cyber defense as well as digital forensics and incident response competitions, with the big ones being Cyberforce, which is think of that like defending critical infrastructure like power grids. CCDC, that's the Collegiate Cyber Defense Competition. That's like defending an enterprise. And then Tracer Fire is going in and doing digital forensics on attacks against enterprises. So if that sounds of interest to you guys, feel free to come on over. And tentatively, we'll be running that Tuesday, Thursday at around 7 p.m.
All right, give up for a minute and move forward. You were CTF, I talked about this a little bit earlier. This is one of the CTF competitions we run for all other big CTF teams from other universities. Again, if you're a this is in the spring and the summer of this is in the we start in the spring and the actual competitions in the summer of next year. So this is a little preview of what will happen. If you stick around with us next semester, we'll talk more about your CTF. Yeah, this is the competition we run. We gave out like $6,000 in prizes, had what, like 900 teams participate this year, so it's a big event that we do. And this is the big event that we run for students at UIUC. Save the date, it's September 21st. Again, raise your hand again if you went to fall CTF last year. Okay, so that means the rest of you are gonna go this year. I really recommend going. There's free food. We have made a lot of people. This year we have badges again that have cool games on them. Yeah, I'm not selling it well, but I recommend that you fund this competition. You can see how many people came last year. It's the biggest event that we run at this school all year long. You got a QR code, scan this now to register for fall CTF. Yeah, and filling this out, just make sure that you get a free shirt and a free badge, and then we have enough food for everyone.
We'll also announce this link after meeting today, and it'll be on the website.
You should come. There's a lot of free pizza. So much free pizza.
A lot.
The company's there. If you're interested in doing internships,
Yeah. Yeah, that's a big thing.
it's a great, like, not all CTFs are like this beginner friendly, and so it's a really great way to figure out if you're interested in security, if you like hacking, and like start to build those skills.
Give you a few more seconds. Yep. So this is your sign to finish filling out the survey and submit it. Or if you didn't scan it the first time, scan it now. And please fill out the survey.
Yep, sorry for all the QR codes, but please fill out the survey because that helps us figure out sort of how many people are interested in like the different teams that we have. And that lets us sort of allocate budget for those teams. So please let us know what you're interested in.
No, like 15 seconds. You wanna send us in Discord? We have this link anywhere? We're gonna send it in Discord too, so if you missed it, we'll have a chance to grab the link. Alright, next meetings. ACM open house is this Tuesday. I highly recommend coming if you're interested in anything on campus. ACM is the biggest student organization. And ACM open house is one of the biggest events all year long, so. 6 p.m. in the SIF auditorium, if you've had a class there yet. If not, you'll see it. It's like right as you walk into the SIF, the doors on the left are the doors to the SIF auditorium. And get there early, because sometimes they run out of seats. And then this Thursday, we have a very important meeting, the setup and intro to terminal meeting. There's a lot of tooling that you need to do cybersecurity. We're gonna introduce all of it in this meeting. If you can't make it, of course, we have the slides up on our website. I record all our meetings and upload them to YouTube. But I recommend coming to this one specifically, because if you need help, we'll have helpers that are live that can assist you right away. And we've gotten pretty good at addressing the common problems that come up with setting up all the different tooling. So if you're there, we'll probably be able to help you way faster than you could get that help anywhere else. And then this Saturday, we have a social planned out on the main quad at 3 p.m. So come to that, we're gonna announce it again in Discord. But I recommend coming to all of our socials, and especially this one, because at the start of the year, you're gonna have the most people, you're gonna be able to meet the most people and advance in the club, and that's BYUC in general. And there's a QR code for our calendar if you didn't get it earlier. Thank you. Anyone have any questions?